In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to simplify exponents. Now, initially they can appear somewhat tricky and counterintuitive as to how you do it, but after you do a few, it gets to be fairly simple. The first exponent I have in front of us right here is, let's say, x to the a times x to the b. And we're going to simplify that by simply adding the two exponents a plus b. So it's going to equal x to the a plus b. So if you see x to the a times x to the b, you can simplify that as x to the a plus b. Now we're going to run through a simple example of how it works. We're going to have x equal 2, a equal 2, and we're going to set b to equal to 3. So for x to the a, that'll be 2 squared. For x to the b, that'll be 2 to the third. And for x to the a plus b, that'll be 2 to the 2 plus 3. Now we can go ahead and start simplifying here. 2 squared is 4. 2 to the third is 8. And 4 times 8 is 32. Now on the right side of the equation, we're going to simplify. 2 to the 2 plus 3 is simply 2 to the 5th, and 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and then times 2 is 16, so that's to the 4th power, and then 16 times 2 is 32, which will get us to the 5th power. Then we have 32 equals 32, and that is essentially the concept of how you would do that particular one right there. Now let's take a look at a second one here, and that is x to the a parentheses, and then that is squared to the b power. Well, we want to figure out how we would rewrite that, and it looks something like this, where we have simply we multiply the a times the b, and we get x to the ab, or x to the a multiplied by b. And we're going to walk through a quick example of this. We're going to use the same numbers here. X equals 2, a equals 2, b equals 3. Okay, we'll plug in 2 for x, and we'll plug in 2 for a, so we have 2 squared. Now we're going to plug in 3 for b. Okay, on the right side of the equation, we plug in 2 for x, and we plug in 2 for a and 3 for b. Let's work out the left side of the equation first. 2 squared is 4, and 4 to the third is simply 4 times 4 is 16, and then times 4 again. Well, 16 times 4 is 64, so you have 64 on the left side. Now on the right side of the equation, we're going to simplify the 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so we're going to have 2 to the 6th power, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or multiply like 6 times. So we have 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 16 is 32, so that's the 5th power, and then 2 times 32 is 64, which brings us to the 6th power. So we have 64 equal to 64, and that balances out as well. So anytime you see a problem like this, where you have x to the a power in parentheses times b, you simply simplify it as x to the ab, or x to the a times b. But now if you see the 2 multiplied, like x to the a times x to the b, you're going to add those. It's going to be x to the a plus b, so it's a little bit counterintuitive. I'm going to go ahead and give myself some more space to work here, and we are going to look at one last one here. In this one we have x to the a divided by x to the b power. And in division, we handle this a little bit differently than the first two we have up there. Essentially, we're going to have x to the a minus b, because we're dividing, so we're subtracting the b exponent from the a exponent. So essentially, we have x to the a minus b. And we're going to walk through a quick example here. I have the terms of x equals 2, a equals 2, and b equals 3. Okay, first off we have x to the a, so x is 2, we plug in 2 there, and so it'll be 2 squared. Next we have x to the b, okay, we have 2 again for x, and then b is 3, so 2 to the third. Then on the right side we have x to the a minus b, so we have 2 to the 2 minus 3. Let's go ahead and simplify some of this here. We'll start out with 2 squared is 4, and then 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 4, and then 2 times 4 is 8. So we have 4/8, and that can be simplified further down to 1/2. Now on the right side of the equation we have 2 to the 2 minus 3. We can simplify it. 2 minus 3 is -1. So we have the inverse of 2, which is essentially 1/2. So we have the equation balanced out again here, where we have 1/2 equals to 1/2, and that is how you would handle dividing exponents. So essentially here we have 3 different ways, or 3 different exponent problems, and this is how you deal with each one of them. It's a little bit counterintuitive, but after you do several problems it gets to be fairly straightforward. It's just a matter of doing a few repetitions, and then it's pretty simple after that. Thank you for watching.